How can racism be dealt with? Racism is a sickness which has existed amongst human beings from the beginning of time. We recognize that racism, the feeling of superiority and disdain for other people, has three different aspects. The basis of it, if you look at a triangle, the base of racism is an ideology. It is the ideology where people feel that they are higher or more privileged than other people based on the color of their skin or some physical aspect. The next part of racism is racist behavior, and that is when you are calling people by racial names and slurs, when you arrogantly look at them and kick them aside and treat them in a very negative way. But the final part, which is one of the most dangerous parts today, is institutionalized racism. And that is where racism affects our organizations, our societies, our jobs. And so it's important for Muslims to look at all aspects of racism. There's a tendency for Muslims and other people to mainly look at racist behavior. And so we don't use the N-word. We don't use the C-word. We don't call people by names. But if the person inside feels that they are superior because of the color of their skin, or because of their language, or because of their passport, and they start to feel their race is a superior race historically, genealogically, then that's a sickness that's deep. So start with the beginning. Go back and study the history of Africa, of Asia. Study the history of all peoples and not just Europe and the Middle East. Go back and understand that Allah has made people into nations and tribes, that they would know one another and not that they would despise each other. Clean up the mouth, but also clean up our institutions. And so that means within our MSAs, Muslim Student Association, our masjids, our communities, we have to have people of all colors, all nationalities involved in the leadership, and not just calling the adhan or being a good security person. So let's deal with racism from all points of view.